Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog Podcast, the last of this week's Sylvester McCoys. Big Finish release number 191, Signs and Wonders. Let me just read from the synopsis. The end of the world is nigh. That's what everybody is seeing in their nightmares. That's why they are congregating in Liverpool for the party to end all parties. Hosted by Rufus Stone, a celebrity turned doomsday prophet. He claims he's the only one who can save them when the judgement day comes, because he's on the side of the angels. The Doctor, Ace and Hector arrive to find the city in the grip of apocalypse fever. There are lights in the sky, earthquakes and power cuts. The Doctor is determined to investigate, while Ace is more concerned with finding a way of restoring Hector's lost memories. Meanwhile, in the River Mersey, hideous slug-like creatures are stirring. It's been written by Matt Fitton and directed by Ken Bentley. First off, this story does not have Jean Boat in it, which, given her fantastic performance last time, I must admit, it's pretty disappointing. However, in saying that, that's the only disappointing part of this entire story. As we know, this is the end for Thomas Philip Hector Schofield. He's off. He's not going to be in the show anymore. Which means, yes, as always, you start thinking this is Big Finish, he's Big Finish's property, will they kill him off? It's very, very likely. Admittedly, not everyone stays dead at Big Finish, with the exception of Lucy Miller. Oh, was that a spoiler? With the possible exception of, let's not go there then. So will Hex survive? I'll let you listen to it and find out for yourself. That is, after all, why I'm doing this. So, it's apocalypse a go-go over at Liverpool. In fact, across most of the north of England. And by north of England, I mean anything 100 miles south of where I'm from. Yes, the entire world thinks the north of England starts at Watford, and let's face it, they're welcome to that opinion. And that's one of the beautiful moments that's actually gone on about in this script. There is a reason, which I won't reveal here, that unit primarily had to deal with alien incursions all the way up to, say, the Watford Gap. Of course, there are various other things, like the Zygons, who are all a bit further north. But no. When it comes to, say, from Liverpool across to Kirklees, which is where I'm based right now, and indeed that gets a nod in the story, which made me very happy, there is a definite reason why there are not been as many invasions as you would think. It's genius to have that going on in the story. And of course, we have the massive story arc concerning the Elder Gods. It's the apocalypse. They're the reason that Hex has no memories. It's bound to come up. Of course, it's not just sealing up loose ends. In fact, if anything, this is one of the most accessible of any story arcs going. Yes, there are various things sewn up, and that's fine. But there are wonderful concepts. As has been mentioned in these stories, there's something going on in London that's basically making them into refugees. Also, all of the services in England, because this is set, say, 10, 15 years in our future, in the 2020s, the army has been privatised. They can be hired out. Unit still exists. But these are private armies. As long as you pay, you can have them. In the last one, the post and the bin men had all been privatised and indeed amalgamated into one group. Society is changing subtly and for the worse, but that's absolutely fine because this is Doctor Who, and it's Doctor Who of the late 80s. Brought up to date. It works beautifully. McCoy is fantastic. Again, we get to split the characters up and have 3 separate narratives running at the same time, and it works gorgeously. Sergeant Barbie, Sally, gets to return because she needs to for this. She's Special Forces. She's Department C-15. It just works. One of the great moments that works on this, considering the episode Listen had just been on TV, was that McCoy spends a good 5 minutes talking to himself about how to escape from a room just using a cup of tea. This moment, if it had been on TV, would be something that fans would have discussed for years about how utterly superb it is. The Doctor escaping a room using nothing but a cup of tea is glorious and well worth listening to. It is possibly one of the greatest moments of Doctor Who. And, as always, the performances are exquisite. I will miss Hex. I've enjoyed almost every single story he's been in, and he makes it sound effortless. We've always had worries about upper, middle or lower class companions, but you don't get much more working class, admittedly he's a nurse, so he's a professional, than Hex. So anyone who moans about that sort of thing, including me, needs to be quiet. I can't say any more about this story, but the next time you read any poetry by Ted Hughes, just imagine where he lived and what influenced him and who he was actually reading the poems to. Well worth considering. I can't say more, although I want to, so I will say this. Absolutely superb. Thank you, Big Finish. Thank you, Philip Oliver, for absolutely all of your hard work. I hope you come back for something else. So until next time, when I'll probably be talking about some Doctor Who on TV, be seeing you.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, Signs and Wonders.
We're coming to you live from the centre of Liverpool. Already a flash mob of several hundred has gathered for what they're calling Rufus Stone Day.
Ace? Ace!
Sally, how you doing?
Have you any idea what's going on? Weird stuff. And now you turn up. Where's the Doctor?
What was that? Sally! Hold on, Morgan! Hold on!
Who's he? A rock star?
Don't tell me you've not heard of Rufus Stone.
And in the end days, there will be dreams and visions. I know you've had them. We all have.
Oh, no! Interference with your telepathic circuits, psychic disturbances. If it can do that to you, what's it doing to all those people out there?
I don't know about you lot, but I am buzzing! Can you feel the energy? See that? Lights are going out all over town. It's another sign. Today's gonna be a blinder. Today's gonna be a day of signs and wonders. Look up, everyone.
Gordon Bennett, who turned the lights on?
Look at the sky. They are coming.
What the hell's that?
What the heck are those things?
Get away from my ship!
Rufus Stone has said, this is the last day.
Subscribers get more at bigfinish.com.
You've been listening to the Tin Dog Podcast. Doctor Who and its connected properties are copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. To contact the show, email tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. Whostrology, a Time Traveller's Almanac, is available through Telos Publishing or Amazon. Visit www.whostrology.com for further information. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.